Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in the pristine, untouched wilderness of the Calmlands. Right. So this one does actually have to have one of these on the back. It's got to have one of these on the back. So you got this one here, which is an 18-meter dribble bar. Back. Or we've got this one, which is a 6.2 meter cultivator one. That's a deep injection one. But that cultivates and injects at the same time. So that goes deeper into the ground. And we have to have one of those with our hydro trike right here. Which is a shame because I thought that the trike would actually... You could put a plate on it and you could spread directly behind the trike. Apparently, you cannot do that. That is not an option, which is a little bit of a shame. That being said, I would still kind of like to use this thing here. I just really like the look of it. I think it would be a lot of fun to go and use this one. Also, I'm disappointed because I thought that this one also came with an option to be a self-propelled muck spreader as well, not just a slurry tanker. I thought that you could actually get it as a... So what have we got? Oh, this is a Stevie one right here. So we've got different colours that we can go, and we got the brochard yellow and things like that. He's added an extra selection of colours here. She doesn't always do. And then we've got this one. Again, this is slurry only. It doesn't seem to have a configuration for muck spreading, which is... I do feel that's a little bit of a shame. I would like to have seen a muck spreader in there, but I was looking at ploughing. I was just looking to see if there was a self-propelled plough of any kind. There is not. So it's ploughing that we want to look at. We'll come back to that in a second. There's still the matter of the muck spreaders. So this one here is a 24 meter width and 13.7 tons, or 34.3 cubic meters, so 34,000 liters. And then they get progressively smaller. But then you go through the mods, and you do have this one right here, the brochard, which is 60,000 liters in here. Now, the brochard, we've got a couple of these that have been edited by Stevie for faster and so on, but they wouldn't be used. It's not like we can go and use this one in this series, but I still haven't actually used this one for doing stuff, and I feel like I've let the team down. I think we need to use one of these somewhere. So that's on my to-do list. That is on my radar, and maybe I probably won't get that one into this particular series because, you know, it's just not going to fit. But we will eventually. Now, ploughing. We could go and buy this little tiny plough right here. Probably not going to. There's this one, also really tiny. We had, I think we had this one, didn't we? It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think we had that one, 7-furrow reversible plough. It's a big old plough. This Covenant right here is insane. That is a monster plough. Not suitable for this, but I just really like it. I like to look at that plough every now and then. I would say for ploughing, this is probably the one that we would want. That could just work slowly through the winter, ploughing up a field after we've done corn in it, and it would work really well doing that. At least that's what I think we could do. And maybe we could go with like one of these others. Something like that. I don't really want to do something like one of these. Like the chisel plough. Disc plough, maybe. Maybe a disc plough. This does like 12k. This one is 6 meters wide. It does 12k. I don't think that there is actually any way of folding them up, though. Doesn't appear to be. So you got a 6 meter wide thing on there, and it doesn't look like you can fold them up. So you've got to be able to get through gateway. So I'm thinking that maybe the 5 meter one would be about as wide as we can go with it. Because I don't believe there is any way that you fold these. I mean, maybe there is. Maybe I don't think there is. I thought maybe I was overlooking something on that, but I don't believe so. I mean, you do have this one here, which does go out to 8 meters, but I mean, that's a €58,000 plow. This one is 4.8 meters, almost 5 meters wide. It does 12k in the field, and it's €18,000. So if we were going to get another plow, if we're going to go and buy a plow, I think we would want to go for something like that. Maybe a disc plow this time. That's not something that we've used in quite a while. I think the last time we actually did ploughing, not in this series, in other series, we had plows like these, which were the... So you got the Kubota equipment pack right there. It's not the DLC, it's another mod. But yeah, it's just a general moldboard plow, and that's what we were using. So I don't really necessarily want to do that. I'm thinking that the disc plow is something that could be quite cool. There's a 4-meter one there. It's quite a well-made one, this one is. I like the look of this one. Maybe we'll go with that one. The GTCR 24x32 requires 260 horsepower to drag that thing along the ground, but it does 13k. I don't have 260 horses. How many horses do I have? Our medium tractors, we've got the John Deere right here, which is 144, and this one's 170. Neither one is even coming close to 260 horses. But there's something we'll deal with another time. So I've got a little tiny patch just down over there directly above the beacon right now that we have missed while we were busy looking at machinery. And I think there's maybe 1 or 2 bits down over there as well. But we are very nearly almost finished. Just a little bit longer to go. And then that will all be done and dusted. And down here, I don't know if the hired help is going to turn around and do another pass now, or if they're going to say no job done. Because there is a little bit of a strip up through there that's not quite planted. I don't know if they'll be able to see that and actually do it. Because they do sometimes, they turn round and then they decide to give up after they've turned round. But no, he's down in the ground. Or she is. Sen. And actually planting this one up through here. Okay, ideal. Run all the way up through there. And then as soon as that's done, I'll go and get the other little bit. Actually, there's another bit down over there. So we'll do a pass around the outside edge. Just cover over those bits. And that should then be everything. I don't think there's anything up on the top bits that we've missed. Don't see any patches anyway. I don't think there's anything. I mean, I might actually just, you know, we could just drive right around the field. That's the way to do this. Okay, there we go. Worker has now finished. So if I was to bring this one back over here, despite the fact it doesn't look like we've missed anything, you never can tell with this machinery. So if I just drive all the way round at about this distance out from the edge of the field, we will get all of these little bits that maybe have been missed elsewhere. If there's any bits that will have been missed, it will be over the opposite corner of the field that we're on now. Yes, the opposite corner of the round field that we're on right now. This is a thing. You can actually have that. You can have opposite corners in circles. It's just the thing. Just because you have that whole old little joke, you know, how do you confuse an idiot? Tell him to go and sit in a corner of a round room. You know, little things like that. Doesn't necessarily mean that you can't have corners in a circle, right? Don't be thinking it. Don't close your minds to the possibility of a corner in a circle, because there is a corner. It's right there. You need to look. You need to want to be able to see it. It's like the Emperor's New Clothes. Corners in circles are like the Emperor's New Clothes. If you can't see it, there's something wrong with you, not the clothes. That's all it is. That's the way that it works. Now then, I'm going to come on up here. It really doesn't look like I've missed anything here, so you know we may as well just stop this because I'm not doing anything. There. Job done. That is all finished. So I'm going to bring this one up here, and I'm going to clean off our seed drill and our tractor because I want them clean and tidy. And then we can go and put the seed drill back in the shed, and then we'll use this tractor to do it. We're going to sell the eggs from the chickens. There's nothing else that we want to sell. We just want to sell eggs from chickens, and we want to get the pigs some Actually, come to think of it, do we need to get the pigs some more food just yet? Don't think we do, but I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt to be able to bring down a bit of the food from up there. So what I might do is I might put the eggs this time in the other trailer. Now, I'm actually going to speed things up a little bit, and I'm going to take time forward. Although I do want the money to buy pigs, and I'm intending to buy pigs today, it's not going to hurt for them to be bought later in the day, because once you go past the first day, it doesn't seem to make any difference when you buy the pigs during the day. So this is actually another little experiment that we can run. Speed it up a bit more. So we're on 360 times speed at the moment. I'm going to turn the lights off apart from just the front ones. There, right. And I'm going to take this down there. We will throw in... Sorry. My bad. Clumsy wording, that was all. We will carefully, lovingly, and most delicately place the eggs into the trailer. That is what we will do. So, more eggs there. I think the pallet is about to be... 873? It's supposed to be going up, not down. I need it to climb up a little bit. No more space. Right, we have now filled up 4 pallets here. So let's get down to just 5 times for a minute, and I'll pick up that pallet there. Right. Is that right? Ideal. Look at that. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. And then we'll bring this one back over here as well, and we'll carefully place that one in. And then we'll do the same over here. As I mentioned before, this is the correct delivery of ready-made scrambled eggs. It's a popular dish. People like their scrambled eggs, and we're just helping to give the people what they want. That's all we're doing. We're giving the people what they want. Fresh scrambled eggs. And that is on their 210. You know, one thing I don't know is once it reaches... Oops. Once it reaches the full point, how much does, if it keeps saying no more room for pallets to spawn, how much product does it keep in there before it basically, you end up losing it in the void? Now, there we go. We've got our eggs most carefully placed. If you feel that perhaps we've done this incorrectly, that is, of course, your opinion, but I feel that we have loaded these eggs most carefully. Now, we didn't necessarily have to do it like this, and I am doing it like this quite deliberately, because I know this is a hardcore series, and I'm supposed to be sensible, but you can't expect me to do that all of the time, right? That's an unreasonable expectation. And as for the eggs in here, scrambled eggs is quite a reasonable thing, but also, like... we could have carefully picked these eggs up and carefully stacked them inside this trailer to bring them up. We need this trailer because we need to be able to load up the pig food from the mill, right? So this is a valid thing. We're doing something here that's quite acceptable in my book. I feel that we haven't crossed any lines. I feel that everything is actually tickety-boo and quite okay. So that's what we're going to continue to do. We'll wander on up this way, and... I'm going to just whiz in around here. There we go. And we're going to take them over here. So we're down to like 800 and something that we're selling these eggs for, which is ridiculously low. Let's just double check it. 867. How low can you go? That's basically what we're doing at the moment. That's the game we're playing right now, is how low can you go. Which, we've got a lot of eggs here. I don't want to be selling them for this low amount of money. Like, we could be getting almost double this if we were able to wait a bit longer. But, I mean, we can't. So, we'll just go with what we got. At least we're able to buy today's pigs. We're also able to get the next lot. And these 2 pallets here aren't actually selling. And it's because of the way that pallets work. Now, if the pallet is upside down, it doesn't actually register on a sell point. which is why you get it sort of behaving like that. So we had about 500 euros when we started on this. Got 2 little lots here now. So we've got 5 grand. We ended up getting 5,000 for that. We probably would have had close to 9,000 for that if we'd sold at the peak sell time. So yes, we are trading at a little bit of a loss on that, but I still feel that's all right because we've got we've got the 400 chickens, so we've got plenty of eggs coming in. It's a continual thing all year round. Sometimes we get more, sometimes we get less. Next up, pig food. We're going to take all the pig food that we've got out of here, and then once we've done that, we can drive it back to the farm. We've also got some pallets of wheat lined up next to our greenhouse that we can then put in for the chickens, and I'm hoping that will sort of help tide us over. Well, I was going to say until the harvest, but we don't actually have anything waiting for the harvest. Like, we're not going to get anything for this harvest, which is a bit of a problem. So we're going to end... I don't think that greenhouse is going to provide us with enough. We're going to need more than that. Wheat, pig food there, 5,999. And in the time it takes just to tip that bit of pig food out, there should be some more made. So it's going to end up being like 6,000 and something. 6,014 maybe, something like that. I don't know. There's a particular... it did it last time. I don't know how high it got on the pig food bit. Oh, 6,154. So the pig food is now operational again. The sorghum and the oat isn't, because that just does a little bit each hour. These both cost 24 per month, which I don't know if I should be leaving those running or not. I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna leave them running. I'd like that money going out each month is probably a good thing, and we've got a fair bit yet to use up for making more pig food, so we'll leave that going. I need to bring this one over around here. So we've got another 6,000 litres of pig food to bring back. That's going to go in for them. Piggies will be happy. And then I've also got the wheat outside the greenhouse. I can put that in for the chickens. The chickens are using, what do we say is 83? Well, if we run the calculations, 84, because it was 83 recurring, I think. So if we say 84, which is it was 1,000 exactly in 12 hours. So we're looking at 2,000 litres per day. 2,000 litres of chicken food almost exactly per day. And I don't know how well it's going to go with like staying on exactly 2,000 litres per day, but we could just sort of assume that it will just keep doing that. That can be tipped out into there. We're on 10,000 litres out of potential 30,000 that we can fit in here at the moment. Now on 16, so we've got the pen half full. Then I can go into here, and you can see we don't have any new pigs today, because they would be cheap. There. Right, that's that bit done. And that's it for the day. Oh, wait, no, the whole chickens thing. We'll have a look at that in a sec. Let's drive around here. Let me jump out and see what they got there on 6,000. So they'll be down 6,233. They'll be down to like 5,000-ish. Something like that. 5,000-ish is what they'll be down to. And round we go again. And through here. And here. And unhitch. And on round in here. I'm going to drive in forwards. I don't normally. I normally drive in backwards. But today I'm driving in forwards, just because. Yeah. You should always have your escape route planned. If you drive somewhere and you're unsure where you're going, always park in such a way that you could drive straight out. It's having your escape route planned. That's smarts, that is. That's using your smarts. If you don't, potentially, you could end up with problems. You may not be able to escape as quickly as you want to. I always make sure that I've got my escape route planned. I got 3,000. We're not producing 2,000 litres of wheat per day from that greenhouse. which means that we're not producing... Actually, how much are we producing from that greenhouse? We'll be able to... We can have a look. We can see. So I'm doing grain crops in here, which is 18 per month. So we're getting... Wait, what? Oh, no. Sorry. That's 18 per cycle, and it does 48 cycles. Let me run a calculation a minute. So there's 864 wheat that we get from the small greenhouse with just water going into it. If we're able to get the lime and manure going in a bit later on, then obviously it doubles the output on here. Still the same number of cycles. We get 1,728 per month, which is actually not enough to keep the chickens. So what we will need to do is upgrade the greenhouse. Now, we've got this medium one at the moment, and if we go there, we go to greenhouses. There we go. Greenhouse with seeds and fertilizer. It's this one here. Multi-crop greenhouse pack. That's the one right there. We bought a €5,000 greenhouse right here. You got... Actually, did we? So look. Yes, we did. We bought a $5,000 one. We bought this one. It's actually that one that we bought. Turned it round that way. There we go. It's this one that we got. So we got this $5,000 one. This one here, $10,000, I believe is actually double. It's double the size greenhouse. I believe it is double the size. So it should, in theory, produce double the crop. So it'd be 1,728, I don't know, 1,700 and something, that we get per month with just the water recipe. And then if we're able to add the lime and manure in it, then we get enough to cover the chickens for the month. Which is actually what we want, because the barley would end up going for the pigs. So we may end up getting a bigger greenhouse, or we might just get a second small greenhouse. Either or is an option, I feel. I don't think that we need to necessarily tie ourselves down with just one option in that. What do we got now? So we got 2,967. I have enough money. It's also April. We no longer have restrictions on labor, anything like that. We want to get... Before I do anything else, I'm going to have a tractor, which is going to be this tractor. And if we go and have a look, April, we've got corn and oats that can both be planted. So we're going to bring this one out and start cultivating immediately so that we can be getting going with getting these crops in the ground. We've got the corn that needs to go in down in this field down here. And then we've got oats up in that field up there. And they do both need to be done today. So if we get the cultivating going immediately, that's going to make life a little bit easier for us. And we can follow on pretty quickly with the planting. Of course, the problem we do have is this particular cultivator doesn't like going to the very edges of the field, so we kind of need to take that into account when we're going around and doing things, and then we'll want the planting to catch up with that. We've got, well, this one's corn, so we need the corn planter on first, and then we can go on with the other one. I will go around and do an outside edge run first, and then once we've done this, then we'll go and check the chickens, we'll check the pigs, and the greenhouses. We'll buy the extra bit for the, we'll buy the extra pigs. I am aware that we've only got 2,967 euros. We'll be spending over 2,000 euros on new pigs this month, which means that we are going to be down a bit. However, we've got, in that first lot, I did mistakenly buy 18 pigs rather than 9. So I do want to change that over so that I've got just 9 pigs. At some point, I want to sell the extras. So maybe we don't run eggs up today, because that's going to take a tractor out of commission just for a little while, which we really want to be left doing the planting. Selling the pigs will hopefully get us just enough money to cover our expenses, so that we can leave the tractors working and we can still pay our hired helps. That's all I'd really like to do, is just be able to leave the tractors doing their job and pay the wages that we want to pay out. So you're going to go whizzing on up through there. That one's now started. I can leave that one for a minute. Let's run down here and go and have a look at what we got. So you in here are 5,000 litres. That's about what we thought it would be. We've got a pallet of eggs right there that's ready to bring out. That's going to be worth a bit of money. We've got the pigs in here. We've got 54 pigs now. We've got 15,000 litres of food. We're doing well for food on these now. Like, we really are. And the high-priced pigs, this is the ones we've got 19 of. 2.5 grand we get if we sell those, which is more than we get 2,000 on here. So it's 500 profit on what we've got. So I'm going to buy these, 2,070. That's 9 of them. Yep. Okay, done. And it is definitely these, isn't it? Yes, it is. I've got 18 of that first group. So if we need money, we're on 860 euros at the moment. If we need to have money, we don't need to worry about selling eggs. We can do it like that. And I've also got, there's 5,000 there. I've got all these beans lining up. We've actually got, it's 21. So we've just had another pallet spawn. It's April at the moment. And the beans price is 1,200 in June. Right, 2 months. 2 months and we can sell the beans. And we will make a nice lot of money out of that. This one right here, we have 361 litres in the greenhouse. So I've got 3,000 litres here. I'm actually going to start bringing this round, and while that tractor is just doing a little bit to start off in the field, I will bring this over. Now, remember that we are 2 people working here. So that one will go in there. There we go, 6,000. So we're basically 2 people working here, and we can't go and, like, I can't be carrying these pallets round while I've got 2 tractors working in the field. That's a very important little distinction that I do need to make, and I will hopefully continue to make. That is freaky looking. Let's go a little bit slower, shall we? Bring you one round. Chuck that one down. There's another one. 7,000, and another one over here. So, I mean, with 2, we are making money out of this greenhouse. Well, yeah, we are. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.